Here's what's happening. I'm interviewing my assistant so that you guys can really get to know me. Check, check. Oh, you look cute.
You do it all.
Your hair is so beautiful.
I cut it.
Oh no. This is what I just grabbed, and we would be matching, so we're not gonna do
I was
that.
gonna say I was wearing it first.
I just threw this on her on a whim,
Uh-huh.
and so here we go. She doesn't even know what we're gonna talk about, neither do I. But this is Sue Lane,
Hi.
aka Sue Sue, aka Sue, aka. Do I call you anything else?
I don't think so.
That's all.
My family calls me Lainey.
Lainey, it's so cute.
Yeah.
She is the best assistant I've ever had. And so she's an executive assistant, which means she assists me and Spencer, but she does a lot of our like virtual tasks for the most part. You just take my dog to the vet.
Yeah.
That's not virtual.
That was a random thing though.
It was. That's
it had
not
to be
normal.
done right. So obviously
Here she is. She's the best ever. Okay, here's the thing. Whenever I think about people in ministry
Mm-hmm.
or different leaders that are doing things similar to what we're doing, I always wonder, like, I wonder what the people that are closest to you feel about you. Not just like your friends, but the people that observe your life. Because I've heard a lot of crazy stories.
Mm-hmm. I think we all have.
If you've been a part of any kind of church
Yeah.
culture, you're like, oh God.
Yeah.
And so
Specifically.
Yes. So I wanted to ask her questions, and all I told her is like be brutally honest with the camera
I'm
and
not
the
good on the
people.
spot, so I'm nervous.
But you're funny.
Okay.
You are really funny.
Thanks.
I just told her be brutally honest because I want to have her real responses, and I want you guys to be able to get to know me with all the good, bad, and the ugly.
Aww.
And so, first things first, what would you say my number one weakness is?
Ooh. Like, practically reading my text.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. Every single day I think to myself, is all my work in vain?
I'm so
And she's-
sad for you.
Yeah, it's okay though. I had to just learn that about you. Like, Sammy doesn't necessarily read the things that you send her. So you just have to remind her and say it a million times. And if you're okay with me spending my time like that, that's fine with me.
That's my
It would
thought.
stress me out.
That's my
Yeah.
thought about our people who work for us. I'm
Yeah.
like, if I'm giving you a hard time, it's costing me.
Yeah.
I don't think that
Totally.
you're bad at doing your job ever,
Yeah.
but I realize I'm paying extra for me to waste your time because my brain literally skips out on
Aw.
things. Okay, yesterday.
But I also love that about you because it's like the most endearing little moments when she's like, it's my trauma brain. Like, I can't remember anything. I'm like, okay.
You're like, I feel so sad for you.
Like, I just want to hold you.
Well, yesterday I texted you and I said, we can do a meeting anytime
yeah.
in the next 30 minutes. I'm free. And she goes, did you read my text?
That's like my number one thing I say to you every day.
But here's the thing. I have a text thread with just you, and then I have a text thread with you and
Yeah.
Spencer. And so sometimes I go to my one with just you, but I haven't
Yeah.
read your text or the other 40 texts that I'll get in an hour.
Totally.
And so I just am like, bloop.
Totally.
And I think
totally.
I'm like helping you do your job in those moments, but I'm not.
Aw, that's really nice of you and generous, though.
Okay. What would be your first impression of me or
Mhm.
us? And
Mhm.
then what is your impression now that you've actually got to know us?
Okay, my first impression,
Because she didn't know anything about us when she
Yeah,
applied for the
I
job.
didn't know you at all.
She didn't know anything about Alive and Free or who we were.
Yeah. I think this was more on me, and it wasn't necessarily my impression of you. It was more of like, I don't know if you guys are super woo-woo and like psychopaths.
Oh my God.
That's what I think of everyone I meet.
You think they're all psychopaths?
No, that is what I just said.
Oh my God.
I just am like, are they legit? Do they actually care about people? Do they actually care for them? Are they in this for the right reasons?
Yeah.
Or are they just full of it?
Yeah.
And so I think those were my questions initially about you. But
wait, but what do you mean by woo-woo? For anyone who doesn't understand that.
Woo-woo, emotional health is the subject, right? And
Right.
that's like the main content that you put out. So woo-woo would be like a really fluffy version of that doesn't get to the heart of things and the depth of things.
So we're going to talk about all this stuff, but we're not actually going to get people free because we don't know enough to be able to do that. But we're going to talk all the talk. Without any substance.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. That was your initial like thoughts and impression.
Yeah.
What do you think about us now? Because it's been, how long have you worked for us now?
Maybe almost 3.
I think it's almost 3.
Since the beginning of February. I don't know what it is right now.
February, March, April. Oh my gosh, it has not been that long.
You know, I feel like I've known you longer.
A lot longer. You also are the closest employee to us.
Yeah.
There's no one on our team who is up in our business as much as she is, which it's actually really vulnerable having someone that is this close to your life where we don't have a lot of emotional connection. We don't have a history of relationship. She's just doing tasks for us all of the time and knows all of our personal information without having...
I literally know everything.
Everything. You probably know my social security number.
Yeah.
And so it's really vulnerable personally to have someone that's this involved in your world that you're like, you have some degree of separation. Like in our personal lives, we still connect and share with each other, but it's vulnerable having someone see and know all of this stuff and then have them do all these things for you. And especially for me to not like fully take care of you because I'm used to being like a caregiver.
Totally.
But I'd love to hear like after 2.5 months of being all up in my business, what is your impression of us now?
I love you guys. Genuinely, I love you. If you knew me, I don't, that sounds bad, but freely give that.
She's like, I don't like many people. And so like, this is like a really special.
You're really special. Yeah, I genuinely love working for you guys. It feels like a huge gift. Like you were saying, there is a degree of separation personally, but then at the same time, like we're so close in proximity, just day in and day out. And so to have like a genuine connection and care for you, that was important to me to be able to actually be all in and serve your lives and mean it, which is super important for whatever I do. And so it feels like a huge gift, especially in this season of my life. It feels like just being in proximity to you and connected to you feels really, really sweet and special.
Love that.
And I love you so much.
I love her. She's the best, you guys.
I paid her to say that.
She did. See, this is the thing about her job is I don't pay her. She pays me.
Imagine.
That'd be the worst job ever.
Yeah.
That's kind of what internships are like.
That's so true.
Everyone's like, you pay me to be around me. Oh, what were we talking about last night?
I was describing the first like fight you had on a meeting. And well, because I don't know these people and I clearly didn't trust them at first. And it just was a very small altercation. That sounds so intense.
Altercation.
Yeah. But I think you were speaking during the meeting and Spencer started talking over you and you go, hey, I was talking. And I just didn't know if that was okay.
Yeah. She's scared. She's like, this is their fight. Sammy's mean. Did you think I was just mean? Or dominant?
Dominant.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if Spencer was okay with that.
Yes.
With you saying that.
He knows me very well.
Yeah.
Also, Spence and I both do this thing where we talk over each other.
Yeah. Neither of you like it.
No. And he doesn't do it as much. Like, I don't think I talk over him as much if we're like in meetings and things like that.
Yeah.
And so we don't have to have those conversations, but I'll start talking and then he starts talking like really loud over me. And I'm like, hey,
Like really loud.
yeah, it's loud. And I'm like, hey, boundaries. Like I was trying to communicate something. And so
Yeah.
we don't hold back. We're like very much ourselves
I love
in
that
every
about
setting.
you guys, though. But I wasn't used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We even will have friends come over, and if we're in a confrontation, sometimes we'll like work through that right there in front of people. And I'm just like, it's real life.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, clients specifically that we've worked with, their parents never demonstrated like healthy confrontation.
Mm-mm.
They never saw them work through anything. And so they thought a good relationship is one where you don't have confrontation.
100%.
And so I like to just like kill that thing and be like, no, we can actually healthily, respectfully work through this right here, right now in front of our entire team.
A meme about this. It's like when you're like the third wheel and you're just like, okay.
I feel like that happens to us all the time with people.
But when I knew or learned that that was okay with both of you and that's just how you operated, that was fine.
You're like, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, this is very vibrating. I can't answer this.
I think it's because you didn't text her back.
I didn't?
No.
How do you know that?
Because I'm in the text thread. This is proof.
I was going to edit that out, and now I'm not.
Fun fact, my very first day on the job, I go onto my little app, I clock in, I'm like, okay, what's up? Like, what am I doing? They're in Mexico. Literally in freaking Mexico, and I have no direction or understanding of what they're wanting from me or needing from me. And so I'm texting them, but nervously I'm like, is this okay? I don't know you. I don't trust you.
I don't trust you.
My number one task was to call the US Embassy in freaking Mexico for my new boss who I don't know, who went to Mexico without a passport on purpose. I was actually so stunned. I told multiple people about that. I was like, guess what my new job is? I just thought that was so insane. I was like, who does that on purpose?
This is my life. I think we might be stuck in Mexico. Just call.
I think, as in, I went to Mexico on purpose without my passport. So I think they won't let me in. I don't know.
It's not the first time that I've done that either. I love you.
I didn't know that.
You're my favorite. Thanks for letting me interview you on the fly. I hope that you guys like this. I hope you like seeing the inside of my life and how forgetful I am and quirky and weird, and I don't have my life together. She has my life together.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm really thankful for you. Thank you.
I love you so much.
I love you too. Thank you for everything you do. This is just like a genuine moment where I multiple times a week am like, I'm so thankful for you. You make my life so much easier. But seriously, she makes it so that I can be rested enough to make content and new courses. And I actually have capacity to be creating more stuff to give away now because of her. And so I'm really thankful for you.
I love you so much.
I love you too. All right. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, then like it, give it a thumbs up, throw in the comments if there's any other ideas of videos you'd like to see. Love you guys. I hope you have a great week. Mwah.